Hello there and welcome to the new video where I am sharing you the 12 days Power BI learning path with you. So recently I published it on the Tableau and I got the request in the comments that you need the Power BI as well. So I just collected the topics which I think is useful from a beginner's perspective that one should learn. And again, since it is 12 days, the expectation is same that you are spending at least 3 hours on each of these topic on a daily basis so that you can achieve the target of 12 days, and after 12 days you will have a complete idea or a good idea. If not complete, I mean complete is probably irrelevant or in wrong in this case because complete has so many things, but at least a very good idea about each and every important feature of the Power BI, and get comfortable whenever you want to use it or you are going in an interview, then you can basically answer the questions with confidence. So let's go ahead and start with these topics. So the first thing is the data import. Like Tableau, Power BI also has the data import feature, or like any other tool, it has the data import feature. It's just that on the data import, it provides a lot of flexibility in terms of how do you want to import the data. Is again one of the important thing which you need to do in every solution that you will be building. In Tableau, I started with the visualization because there the sample superstore was inbuilt into the tool. So that's why I did not put the data import, but here you have to import the data first. Let's say you want to use the same file, the sales sample superstore, then do this piece first and then basically go ahead and build the other things like visualization, which I'll be explaining. But on this data import, why do I want you to spend, let's say, around 3 hours? So I want you to basically experiment with what happens when you import the Excel file. Within Excel file you have multiple tabs, then in the Excel file you have multiple tabs, then how do you import a specific one, or if you want to import multiple sheets, then what sort of settings, the check boxes that you need to click to get import the data. Also similarly, you want to import the CSV file, you want to import any web data, or you want to import the data from the Microsoft Access. All of these things I want you to experiment with the data import so that you have a good idea at the end of let's say this exercise, that how would you interact with multiple systems when you are importing data from them. So that's the number one thing. Number two thing is very obvious. After the data import, I want you to create the visualization. Try each and every visualization that is over there, just so that you are very comfortable in terms of setting the options of those visualizations. So this activity for sure will going to take 3 hours, and what I want is not just you create the visualization, but also you interpret those visualization, for example the message or the meaning that it is conveying. So that's the number second thing I want you to do when you are creating this. The next thing I want you to do is focus on the formatting. There are a lot of options in the Power BI formatting for each and every chart. So whatever chart you are creating over there, look at their formatting, look at these options. Many of them will be same, like changing the title, background and things like those, but few formatting options are very specific to the visualization, and sometimes even you will see that they are asked in the interview question, or if let's say somehow one fine day if you are preparing for or starting for the preparation of the certification, even in that case it will be very useful to know the chart specific formatting options that are over there. So that's the number thing I want you to spend. Number four is the automatic calculation. So there are options in the measure section, like the different numbers of automatic calculation. The reason I want you to spend time over there is that so that you are aware what are the different options that is available for the automatic calculations, how you can set it up in various different visualization to get the right output. So take these automatic visualization you may need to think about it, how you want to apply based on the data set you are using, and how you may need, how will you configure the visualization in that case. So spending time on the automatic calculation will save a lot of time in future whenever you have any scenario which you can easily solve with the automatic calculation, but you don't have, or you are not, if you are not aware, then you may be spending hours and hours just to figure out the thing which is already inbuilt into the Power BI. In Tableau as well, it is inbuilt. I did not mention it over there, but in Tableau also you have these specific automatic calculations that is over there. Probably something I would add that in that presentation. If you have not watched that video, or if you have watched that, probably I would say that even this is something need to be added over there as well. Next is the hierarchies, like so you always have the hierarchy, like the product hierarchy. You have the product group detail, product name, SKUs, things like those. Similarly, you have countries hierarchies, like you have the country, state, city, particular pin code, things like those. So you definitely want to get into the hierarchies. It solves or it helps when you are creating the visualization in the front end. So spend time with the hierarchies, learn about their properties, and see the things that you can do with the hierarchies. Next is the drill down options. So in Power BI, within the charts, you have drill down options. Again, very important feature when somebody is interacting with the visualization. So you can take the drill down to a different level altogether when you are going step by step in depth into it. So I want you to spend a good amount of time on the drill downs at the chart and the report level, and get the best outcome or get the best knowledge about this piece, because this will basically make your visualization and your dashboard dynamic. After that, I want you to look at the parameters again that is required to achieve the dynamic behavior. You may need to set it up parameters. Think about the situations in which you need to set the parameters and get the desired dynamic behavior from your Power BI report or dashboard. Next is the NLP, is basically Q&A component which they have added over there. And this basically works as a NLP, where it is smart enough, based on whatever English statement you are writing, it can interpret and give you the visualization. So like, for example, what is my sales in last 5 years, or what is my sales by product category. So things like those, you can actually train that Q&A component over there, and basically put it as maybe the last tab for those who wants to explore the data. Suppose you are creating a dashboard where are some predefined visualization filters and everything, but in the end you are giving them the option, hey, go ahead and ask the question, and that's where this NLP or the Q&A component will going to help it. So something very interesting and useful feature. I really want you to explore and see how you can train the NLP to get the right output for your visualization. Next is the reports and dashboards. Obviously very important in terms of what are the visualization you are creating is one thing, and how you are arranging, putting the colors, formatting and things like those together is something very important, which I want you to spend time over here in the reports and dashboards. Then we have very important data analysis expressions language within the Power BI, very vast. First 3 hours will just give you the introductory, introductory or just the introduction of the data analysis expressions. But over a period of time, you will be seeing that for those custom scenarios, or those scenarios where you need some sort of customization, let's say from your chart or from overall analysis that you are preparing, DAX will be the one thing you will be going a lot. I have put together a lot of DAX videos for beginners perspective. You can go through that. You can pick up a book and start learning the data analysis expression based on your learning style, what suits you. But very important subject. In first 3 hours, get a good initial understanding of data analysis expressions. Then you have is the pre-processing, very important feature for Power BI, because Power BI has a powerful capability of data pre-processing. So look at in the Power BI query editor, all the not all but most frequently used options for data pre-processing. Think about getting some messy data, like which has some missing values, which has some issues, let's say with the columns, there are multiple columns combined, all those different scenarios which we find usually in the real time. Try to see some messy data which you can find for the pre-processing and explore the capabilities of data pre-processing over there. If you are not getting anything, even just search the Google for pre-processing data in the Power BI, maybe in the Power BI community or maybe in the Power BI learning solutions. You will find the details over there if you are absolutely not having any idea. If you are having the idea, you are pretty much aware what I'm talking about here on the data pre-processing, and even can find examples to get hands-on knowledge on within the Power BI for doing the data pre-processing. After that, finally what I want to show you is the modeling key feature. If whenever you are creating enterprise level data solution or data products that you are creating, modeling will be the one thing you will be seeing coming a lot, and you need to create a great model so that your front end, your dashboard is seamless, it is responding to the queries in a very fast way, and your users at the end of the day having a good experience using all of the information that you have provided it together. So modeling has a lot of impact on how your front end calculations are running, what output you are getting, and all those pieces. So modeling will going to be another piece in 3 hours. I want you to have a good beginner to intermediate level understanding as to how the modeling done, and what are the things that you need to take care, the issues that comes with the modeling. And then once you have some good idea, maybe in the next steps you take it to a next level altogether. So these are the 12 points I want you to explore when you are basically taking up this 12 days challenge of learning the Power BI. And I'm pretty sure if you are following these 12 steps, then you by the end of 12th day you will be having a great idea. Next steps for this, well, next step for this is I want you to recommend one more thing. In case of Tableau, I recommended the Makeover Monday. Even in this case, in Power BI, absolutely fine. You can take those things and take those weekly assignments or challenges and create it in the Power BI in a similar way. Also, there is this Workout Wednesday. Search for Workout Wednesday within the Google and you will find a website for Workout Wednesday. On this website, every Wednesday they basically put 2 challenges, Tableau and Power BI, and the challenge is that you need to recreate a Power BI visualization or Tableau visualization. So that will going to help you learn from the experts, like someone has already created some beautiful visualization. You will be basically learning it over there how you can recreate this, right? So you will be exercising your skills, what you have learned again by recreating those visualization. Or if you are picking up the Makeover Monday, like the suggestion I have given, the makeovermonday.co.uk website, where you have the weekly challenges running from 2016. Take those challenges, see what already people have created. For first 12 days, let's say if you are spending there, next 18 days in 1 month spend on recreating those visualizations. And I'm pretty sure that once you are recreating those visualizations, then you will have a strong understanding of the tool, and not just the tool, but the key principles of visualizations, like how to put information together, what sort of colors, and all of those things you need to use to get the great output from your visualization. So that's what I wanted to share with you, the additional information on the next steps once you have completed the 12 days, so that for a good period of time, these things will keep you engaged and you will going to get a strong or you will coming out, let's say after a month or 2 months, a strong candidate as a data visualization developer or Power BI developer or the Tableau developer based on the tool that you are choosing. So that's mainly I wanted to talk about this in this video, and let me know what additional thing you may want to add to this list, and if you are taking up this, then what sort of experience that you are getting, challenges, issues and things like those. Also, if there is anything else that you want to ask me, Let me know in the comments and I'll try to answer that. With that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll meet you in the next video with a new topic.